Yeah. Right. Yesterday we have worked with form, right? Now I'm going to work with form only, but bootstrap form. Okay. We are going to work on bootstrap. Okay. Yeah. Let us look at it, guys. Bootstrap. So to work with bootstrap, we have two options to, okay. We have two options, right? To work with bootstrap. What are the two options that we have? One is installing is one thing. Another is what? We can just import directly. So okay, what I do, we are in which project? Yeah. So we have taken sample 12. Okay, let it be. In the sample 12, okay, so this has already, we have provided bootstrap, right? Okay, fine. So that I will start working with okay, bootstrap. I will start working with this thing directly. Okay, let me close all. Okay, so now this is the form, right? What I can do is I'm going to comment the code. Just think like it's a new application. I did not write any code inside this. Here I'm going to write a form, but what kind of form we need to take? Okay, we need to take like bootstrap form, bootstrap 4 form. Okay, so form, let's look at it, guys. Okay, let us go to the forms and bootstrap. You can go to the bootstrap and then you can take, yeah, this kind of form I would like to take. Yeah, let us take any, yeah, see here, this is going to be name. Okay, example sets, these are the values are available, right? Yeah, we can okay, all these things. And okay, first I'm going to take very simple form. Okay, as simple as possible, I would like to take simple form. Yeah, for that what I can do is this is the code. Okay, so this is the code for bootstrap related form. And okay, let us discuss the classes related to bootstrap form. Okay, the before going to that, let's see here, guys, what is this form group? Okay, this is a form group. Okay, this css is for look and feel, right? Yesterday we worked with form without having any css and all. Now I would like to work with css related to bootstrap. Okay, now this is form group. Okay, this is form group. Okay, see here, guys, this is going to be the form group. Inside the form group you are going to take one label and then input and some, okay, extra information that you want to provide, you can provide it. Form group. Okay, form group for every text box. Okay, this is going to be the, okay, check text box, right? This text box is related to okay, div, and this is related to div. Okay, so every text box is inside one div. That div is associated with the class called form group. All right. Okay, so these are the things. Coming to here, the button, whenever you click on the button, whenever you click on the submit, then this is related to, okay, yeah, button primary. Okay, let us see the, okay, we have to start this, right? Okay, let me come here and then go to here, ng serve. Okay, okay, ng serve. Whenever you say ng serve, then it is going to get started. Okay, meanwhile what we can do is we can discuss about one particular point related to our class. This is, okay, no, whatever form that you are taking, right? Okay, whatever form you are taking, right? For this form we have to create form group. Okay, guys, form group. Okay, yeah, now what kind of form group I would like to take? I would like to take here maybe like employee address is there, password, and the submit checkout, right? And one another point is checkbox, remove this form check. Okay, I don't want checkbox right now. I want to take only email address and password. So feel like this is a login form. Okay, now I want to take for login form, I would like to take login form group. Okay, okay, form group. Okay, yesterday we have created a form group, right? And then okay, so we can go to the form app component ts file. Here in the app component ts, okay, this is the, this was student form group used in different example. Now I would like to take login form group. You can take like login form group, login form group. Yeah, we create form group. Okay, we create a form group here. Okay, so sorry, the JSON we need to provide inside this. This is going to be form group, login form group. Okay, so when you see this form group, whenever you say like component.html and all, okay, now what are the things available here? This is the one text box, okay, this is another text box, right? Two text boxes are there. So we need to, okay, take for these two text boxes, I would like to take one form control. Okay, I would like to take one form control. Okay, yeah, go to here and then provide yeah, here for this email, one is email, one is for email equal to new form control. Okay, form control. So this is going to be, okay, one thing, one for one control I have created like this. Okay, and then email, another one is what, password. Okay, you may take like password equal to new form control, new form control. Okay, this is going to be the, this one. See here guys, okay, just by default I did not provide any values. If you want to provide default values, yes, you can provide default values over here. Okay, within the constructor of form control you can provide the values. Okay, within the constructor of form control you can provide the values. Now, okay, form group. All right, okay, once you are comfortable with okay, so creating login form group and all, next go to HTML. Okay, here we need to associate with this form should be associated with the form. Okay, form group. Okay, yeah, yeah, you see here guys, now this login form group, right? Login form group I need to attach. Okay, login form group needs to be get attached for where, yeah, okay, so login form should be attached with this form, and then this form control should be attached with the, okay, attached with input. Okay, this is going to attach with what? Okay, this input. Okay, we have two inputs, right? Meaning that two text boxes, one text box related to this form control, one text, another text box is related to this control. So now this way form is attached with okay, reactive form. Okay, this can be called as reactive form group. Okay, now, okay, to okay, associated with these things, what I need to use? I need to use, okay, um, form group, form group. Okay, and we need to assign the property for this form group. To provide property for this group, we need to use, property binding, that is brackets. All right, for this what I need to, I have to provide the property name. The property name, okay, is login form group. This property is type what? Form group type. Okay, if you see this carefully, you can observe, okay, one important information that is related to, okay, form group. Okay, and then form controls. Form group and form controls are okay, defined in the module called what do you call, okay, so reactive forms module. So you need to import the reactive forms module into your app module, because we are writing the code inside the app module. Okay, so you need to import, okay, you need to import it. Okay, you need to import it. So now along with the form group you need to provide what? Okay, one more thing, when you are importing reactive forms group, you have to import okay, okay, another one, forms module also. Why? Because reactive forms module depends on forms module. Okay, here in the input, what you can do is, here in the input you may take like this. Okay, so okay, so now I have to provide form control name, form control name equal to email, because this form group, login form group, contains what are the keys? Email and password. So I have to use this email for this email, so that this control is going to be, yeah, okay, let's try this like, okay, yeah, now it makes sense now. Okay, now Here it is. The same way I would like to attach this. Where is this input box? Yeah, here it is. You may take anywhere form control name. Okay, you can take form control name. Okay, form control name. Okay, what you can do is use this password. Okay, this is going to be the password, so that these two things are okay, happen like a two-way binding. Okay, whatever data you entered into this form group, the data will be passed to here. Whatever data you entered this text box, data will be passed to, okay, from here to here. Okay, the data will be passed to from HTML to here and then here to here. That's why this can be called as two-way binding. So we have implemented two-way binding using, okay, reactive forms. Okay, reactive form group. Okay, yeah. So once we have provided this, okay, okay, once we have, okay, provided this information, immediate step is I would like to take, like, if user clicks on submit, I want to call a method. Okay, so that method is display, okay, login form. I'm going to take a click. I'm going to say click. I'm attaching one event, and then what I can do, display login data. Okay, this is a method I have created. Take this method, and then, okay, you may come to here. Okay, display login data. All right, this is display login data. So between term, yes, yeah, better always button. Whenever you are taking buttons and all, so that should be associated with the form. So better, okay, provide buttons inside the form only. But even though in this case, if you provide a button outside of the form also, no, not a problem. But for other things are there for validation purpose. When you are coming to validations and all, okay, if button is outside of the form, then it may give you error. Right now, if you take button inside the form or outside the form, no change. Okay, no issues. Wherever you want, you can take it. Okay, but the suggestion is take button inside the form. All right, yeah. Okay, now what I want to do, console. Okay, just I want to display the data. So to display the data, I would like to provide console of log. Okay, inside the log, console.log. Okay, yeah, what I can do is I would like to provide login form group. Okay, so this dot, I just want to provide this dot login form group dot value. Okay, so this form group gives you a value that is a JSON. Okay, you can take the JSON object. Okay, yeah. So now once it is done, okay, let us go to the UI part. Okay, save this before going to the UI, and then, okay, so localhost 42700, it's already there. Yeah, this is the form. Of course, we can format it, guys. Okay, the, we don't have any columns and rows. That's why it is occupied whole screen. This is occupied. This got occupied by whole screen. Okay. Now, what's the next thing? The next thing is, okay, see here, guys. Now whenever, yeah, coming to here, inspect. Okay, coming to here, inspect. If I select the inspect, you can come to the console. Okay, you can come to the console. Okay, now provide some data. Okay, provide some data. Okay, provide the email address, and then provide some ASDFG, and then click on submit. Then see here, guys, the data is came up. Yeah, no, okay, extra subject I have given in this class, but I have given, okay, I have given the subject related to, okay, bootstrap form with the, okay, form group and form controls. Okay, just yesterday we did it without bootstrap. Now today we did it with bootstrap. That's it. No other change as of now. Okay, so yeah, before going ahead, I just want to ask you something. Do you have any queries up to here? Okay, can you please ping me, guys, if you have any doubts? I just want to go to the next topic if you have no doubts. Resume recording. Yeah. So to enter into the next point, okay, I just want to show you where you people can, okay, One second. Yeah. Now here we are displaying this dot login form group dot value, right? So now try printing login form group, okay, just without providing value, so that you can understand the form group structure. Okay, somebody open the mic. Can you please? Okay, please check your mic. Okay, everybody, don't open that. Okay. So now whenever you see this login, okay, whenever you see display login data method, here we are displaying this dot login form group. That's it. We are not saying value. If I say value, it is going to print only the values available inside the form group. But I would like to check the structure of the login form group object. Okay, it's an object. Okay. So of course we have created the object, right? Form group object means inside the form group, what are the different things available? Okay, what are the different things available? If you want to see anytime, just go here and then say login. Okay, say print the group. Okay, now come here and then provide some data and then data and click on submit. See here guys, you can see the structure here. You can see the data, whatever object you want to check. Okay, you can do like this guys. Okay, if you want to check any object, okay, what kind of things available inside that, okay, you can verify all those things. Yeah, let us come to here form group. Okay, see here form group. Yeah, so what are the different things available? Yeah, this interesting thing, I'm going to show you few interesting things here. Okay, there are so many things are there, of course. Okay, so even okay, we have to discuss advanced things like event emitter. Okay, these things will be discussed latter part of the course, but we, yeah, initially as we are at the beginning stage of working with forms, we need to okay, know the few things related to here. Okay, one thing that we have to understand form group. Okay, see here guys, what is this? This is the form controls. If you observe here inside the form group, form controls are there. Yeah, actually we have created form controls inside the form group. Okay, whatever controls we have created, okay, where we have created, the people thinking where we have created it. Okay, let us go to the code and see here we have created form group, right? Yeah, so this is where is the login form group? Yeah, here this is a login form group. We are creating the form group and then we are creating the form controls, right? Two form controls we have created, right? So that you can see, you can go to the, okay, the structure in the form group. You can see the controls. See here guys, if you open the controls, you can see, okay, email and password, other things also there. We'll be discussing those things. We don't need to worry about those things. Okay, see here guys, what are the things? Email and then, yeah, again email, okay, is a form control. Okay, it's a form control, right? This is also form control. Email is one form control and then password is also another control. Okay, so when user clicks on this particular email, whenever user clicks on this particular email, okay, okay, you can see some information inside this. You can see information inside this email. Okay, if you click on this password, whatever information is available here, okay, this kind of information is also, okay, this kind of information, whatever information available here, this is related to form control. Okay, wherever, whenever you feel, okay, you need to check something inside this, you can come to, okay, password, you can come to this structure and you can verify it guys. Okay, now I just want to show you something as of now, controls. Okay, yeah, inside the controls, okay, email password is, because we have created only two things available. And then, okay, another thing is okay, another thing is whether it is valid or not. Yeah, so okay, so we'll be discussing like value. Okay, if you take value directly, yeah, see here guys, we printed this information. Okay, just before we have printed this information. If you want to get JSON values, okay, then you can see here guys, that is value. And this is, yeah, so and I would like to check form dot valid and invalid. Okay, okay, yeah, valid and invalid. Okay, I have to verify. Okay, one second. Yeah, where is that? Validator form group async form, so value. Okay, validator touched pristine status. Okay, status, yeah, see here guys, what is this? Status is important. What is this meaning? Status means whether the form is valid or not, meaning that any validation errors available, then it is going to become invalid. Okay, this is going to become invalid. Okay, so now this is a structure of form group object. Inside this, so many things are available. Now we have discussed of controls, and then value, and then okay, so something like status. Okay, these are the things available. Okay, if you have any doubts, okay, what are the things available here at any time, you can come and you can check like this, guys. Okay, this is one way of checking the structure of any object. Okay, just print the console, print the object inside the console, and then you can come and then you can verify all this information. Okay, now uh, once we know the structure of the form, uh, okay, when you are trying to display the okay console here, I will take like this, guys. One more thing, I'm going to take this dot. If I want to take login form group, from the login form group I want to get the one control. I don't want all the control values. I want to get the control. I would like to get the control. Okay, what control? Yeah, see here how many controls are there inside the login form group: email and then password. I want to get email, so that what I can do is get. Okay, using the get method, what you can do is you can provide email. This is the key. Okay, remember this. This is the key. Okay, if you okay provide the key, then what it is going to return? It is going to return one form control object. Now, so this is going to be form group object. From the form group object, we are getting what? Form control object. Now, from the form control object, what you can do is you can say, okay, okay, you know, maybe like okay, something value dot, yeah, email. Yes, okay, yeah, you can get it. Yeah, so now what you can do is okay, the value, maybe you can use the value. Yeah, so let's look at it, guys. Console of console.log of console.log of, you need to say okay, yeah, in 10 minutes I'm going to resend the new URL. Okay, don't worry about this if meeting is ends. See here console.log. Okay, what happened? Console.log, you know, this dot login form group dot get of email, and then this is value. Now okay, I don't want this to be printing total login form group. I don't want to print, but what I want to do, console.log of this dot login form group dot get of email dot value. So this is going to be something like what? Okay, something provided, click on submit. See here, guys, what value we are trying to print? Yes, this particular value is available. All right, so we are not getting all the information, but we are getting one control value. To get one control object, first of all we need to get the object form group object. From the form group object we need to get form control object. From the control there is a variable called value. Okay, if you say value, then it is going to print it. So this value, okay, is going to be related to form control object. If I say directly form group dot value, it is going to return the JSON that contains all control values. But now here the simple value, we can say that. Okay, so once it is done, okay, now I would like to show you some other information like how to set the value. So we are reading the value in the, okay, here in the class, component class. Here in the, I would like to say, okay, not console, this dot login form group dot get of email. Okay, email, of course I need to provide the, it is going to accept string, so that's why the key is going to be the string. Here we need to provide the key so that it is going to give you form control object. Once we get form control object, then okay, you see here, okay, set value. There is a method called set value. Okay, now for reading directly you can take like this, but for setting the value there is a method. You can provide some text data, email, or any data you can provide. Email, so modified at the rate gmail.com. So whenever you see this okay, login form group dot get of email dot set value of this information. Okay, what is that meaning, guys? Yeah, let us come to here, and then initially there is no data available, right? I did not provide it. Whenever I click on submit button, then it is going to call a method. Inside that method, what we are doing, we are trying to set the value for the control. Okay, so see here, guys. Yeah, let's look at it. As soon as I click on this, initially it is displaying nothing, and then it is provided what modified. So where we are setting this value, okay, inside the, okay, method, inside the control method. See here, login form dot, we are getting the, okay, what object, controller of control object. After getting the control object, we are using a method called set value. Using the set value, you have provided this information. This is a method, automatically it got set into this one. Okay, this way you can take controls. Okay, you can get the control object. Okay, you can get the control object. All right, yeah, immediate. Okay, then we would like to work with other things, guys. Now, okay, we want to work with other things. Okay, yeah, so coming to here, let's start with the basic information related to validation. Is that okay, guys? What are the things we came to know? That this dot login form group is one thing. Another thing is what, getting the uh, okay, control object, and especially we are getting that particular value. And how can we set the data, set value? How can we set the value, set value? Okay, now coming to here in the HTML, what I can do is here this is very important new thing that I am telling you. Okay, I want to provide something like here email. Okay, see here, guys. Yeah, not here. I want to apply. Okay, what is this, guys? Type is what, email, right? Is this email, right? Okay, and then okay, yeah, remember this. What is the type here? Email. Okay, when it is email, and then I'm going to provide required. See here, guys, this is a HTML attribute I have provided, required. What is the real meaning of required? Required means, okay, so you have to provide the data. If you don't provide any data, then this particular okay, then this particular text box is going to looks like wrong. Okay, so we have to tell something like, even sometimes okay, people are going to give you star here. Okay, even in the color, red color. Okay, you can provide some kind of red color, of course. Okay, meaning that you user has to provide definitely. Then how can we know that user has to provide, this one, without providing this information? If I say like this, okay, and then it has to display some error, how can we know that that is the error? Okay, it is required, but user did not provide any. Okay, yeah, if you don't provide anything, and then if I submit it, okay, now one thing I will do, I will come here and then I will stop setting the data. Okay, now, okay, this also, comment this also, I'm going to write it down if it is needed. Okay, okay, all right. So this is the form group object. This form group object, using this form group object, what you can do is, okay, using this particular form group object, okay, now I want to apply something like required. So required here, and then this is also going to be required. Okay, this text box also required, meaning that user has to provide values definitely. So without providing information, that then this form is going to be invalid. Okay, the form is going to get invalid. Okay, now coming to here, let's look at it, guys. Just yeah, this exercise that I am doing is going to help us to understand the structure of the form group and form controls. Basic structure, we can come to know that. For that, let us look at it, guys. First, what I will do is console.log. Okay, of course, I want to log something. Okay, so whether this form is valid or not, this dot login group dot, okay, status. Okay, print the status. Okay, so print the status. Okay, Okay, before, okay, yeah, how can you, yeah, before this one, okay, status of the form, okay, status of the form, okay, status of the form. Okay, now I don't want to provide anything, click on submit. See here guys, what happened here, status of the form is invalid. Why it got invalid? Why? Because, okay, we said this text box is required, okay, this text box is also required, okay, then user did not provide any data, that's why, okay, this became invalid. Now provide some value here and click on submit again. Now this is valid. All right guys, this is valid. So there is a property called status, okay, for the form. Now I will do one thing, I don't provide the value here, okay, can you guess? Now I'm asking you, okay, one question guys, okay, like I'm providing only the email, I did not provide the password. Even password is also required and then email is also required. Now can you please tell me this whole form is valid or not? Okay, yeah, can you give answer guys? Can you give the answer whether this particular form is valid or not valid? Invalid. Invalid. Okay, somebody saying valid. Valid. Yeah, how can you think like valid? Okay, why? Because these two things are available, listen carefully, these two things are available in this form, right? In this form, right? These two things, this, if this form is valid means both these two things are valid, then only this form is going to become valid. Any one of the text box is not valid, then whole form is not valid. Okay, so to become form valid, inside the form, how many text boxes, how many controls are there, those should be, okay, valid, then only whole form is going to be valid. Yeah, click on this one guys, see here, invalid. Why? Because this particular password is not valid. Okay, even though this is valid but it is not valid, that's why this is invalid.